Today we're checking out a UFO messing with a skydiver in broad daylight, as well as a family excited and pumped about their first UFO capture. And that's later in the video. First, we need to address the theory that former President Trump's assassination attempt was due to UFOs. Now, I'm not saying aliens shot at the former president, but this is one hell of a theory. For those who've been living under a rock, this past Saturday, former President Trump was shot at one of his rallies.
Something that said, take a look at what happened.
Thankfully, the shooter missed Donald Trump's head, but he did clip him in his ear. And while I'm not a Trump or Biden supporter, I will say it led to the most badass picture in presidential history. Now, literally moments after the shooting, the internet went insane, and you can only imagine the number of conspiracy theories that came out after this assassination attempt. I've seen audacious things like this shooting was staged. I've even seen it was an inside job by the CIA. I've even seen one that said Joe Biden planned it. Joe Biden, the guy who could barely string together a sentence.
With dealing with everything we have to do with,
But out of all of these claims, the most outlandish to me was that Trump's assassination attempt was an effort to stop him from releasing information about UFOs. The claim even references the affairs of the iconic Marilyn Monroe with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert F. Kennedy. Now, this all comes from UFO filmmaker Mark Christopher Lee, and I quote, "It sounds a bit out there, but I do believe that this attempt may have been due to the fact that if elected again, Trump would release the full truth about UFOs. He's already said that he would release all the files on the JFK assassination, and I believe that in those files will be evidence that both JFK and his lover Marilyn Monroe were murdered due to them both wanting this information of UFOs released to the public." Now, in my opinion, this is madness. Not because I don't think that JFK would release information about UFOs, but I don't really think that that was something Marilyn Monroe cared about or was even privy to. But then again, what do I know? Here's what Greer had to say.
Wiretapped Marilyn Monroe's phone, and she was calling up Bobby Kennedy and a friend of hers named Rothberg in New York, who was an art dealer, saying that she was going to hold a press conference to tell the whole world what Kennedy had told her about, and I'm quoting, the objects from outer space from the 40s found in New Mexico, a clear reference to Roswell and a couple of the other events that happened out there. So Marilyn, because I think the Kennedy brothers had distanced themselves because the affair she was having with Jack Kennedy was a little bit getting too well known, she was angry. And so she was threatening to spill the beans in a public news conference where the whole world would have been there. Before she could do that, Wetworks killed her, made it look like an overdose of drugs. Kennedy was livid that that happened. But he was working on an executive order at that time that would have dissolved the agency and a lot of these operations that were dealing with this.
The agency is in CIA?
Yeah.
Now, for the rest of his claim, Lee jumps onto the Harvard bandwagon and states that aliens are actually already living among us. However, the US government is apparently keeping it under wraps because the general population would not be able to handle it. He said, and I quote again, "The truth is far more bizarre and weird, and I guess those who control this, most likely a secret compartment of the US military, maybe the Collins elite, know this truth and believe that the public would not be able to handle it. They could handle other life forms from other planets that are physical beings, but I doubt that they could handle an interdimensional intelligence that exists in some other form of reality. Maybe quantum physics will eventually be able to prove this. Eventually." Now, I can kind of see where Lee is coming from in the sense that Trump does want to unseal all of the documents related to the JFK assassination. Trump went as far as saying so on Truth Social. However, he didn't explicitly say UFOs in that quote. Trump has actually been quoted talking about UFOs, saying that pilots have seen something and that he does want information out there, but that he himself is not a believer. So I don't know exactly how much information Trump has on UFOs, but it seems like the JFK assassination is more important to him than the UFO information being disclosed to the public. With all that said, the shooter was found out to be 20-year-old Pennsylvania resident Thomas Matthew Crooks. And as of right now, some people are seemingly tying him to BlackRock, but I haven't seen anyone really tie him to UFO information or UFO disclosure. So I saw this and I thought it was absolutely wild. I feel like that's crazy. I feel like we almost had a tragic event, and instead of bringing everyone together, everyone in America is losing their minds. That said, this report comes from DailyStar, so take it with a spoonful of salt. But I had to address it. I had to talk about it. I think it's so strange that I think that Trump was almost assassinated because of UFO information, where there have been others who have done more for disclosure than Trump claims to want to do. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Now for the UFO sightings. This strange UFO was seen around a skydiver. It was caught on camera in broad daylight. And at first I thought it might have been a drone, but there is close-up and zoomed-in footage, which will show after the original footage, where you can see little orbs kind of shifting around the UFO itself. No drone does that. As well as other objects and other orbs flying around in the area. Check this video out and let me know what you think. I don't know, I find that so weird. And some people are really trying to tell me it's a drone. I don't think drones have little orbs that come out of it and dance around it. I've never seen a drone do that before. The next incredible UFO sighting that we have is from a family who are out, it seems, enjoying the beautiful weather outside when they looked up and saw this strange, anomalous event. The kids at first thought it was people parachuting, and then the parent thought, well, maybe it could be a plane. But the more they zoomed in and the more they stared, the more they realized this is something else. Something out of this world. Take a look.
Are they gonna land here? The parachute. I think they might be clones. I don't know what that is.
Zoom in! Baby, zoom in! Zoom in!
No, I got it.
Zoom in! Zoom in! Where are they?
Now, personally, I love that sighting. I don't know. I just think it's sweet that it was a family event and the kids were like, what is that? Oh my God, like, is it? I think it's so cool that their minds were filled with wonder as well. And even the parent was like, bro, I don't know what it is. So hopefully we do get this closure soon so that this family can actually get some closure. I don't know about you guys, but something tells me that we're going to be seeing more and more UFOs before the year ends. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And smash that like if you haven't already. This video is freaking awesome. And check out that UFO compilation there and those weird paranormal videos right there.